As we mark 250 years of American history, we are taking a closer look at the Granite State's surprising connections to the White House.
President Calvin Coolidge was born just over the border in Vermont, and as Catherine Underwood reports, members of his family now call New Hampshire home.
As the nation celebrates 250 years.
Home is Westmoreland, New Hampshire, very close to Keene.
One Granite Stater is honoring a presidential legacy close to home.
My mother's grandfather was President Coolidge.
Calvin Coolidge, the 30th President of the United States, also shared our country's birthday.
Calvin Coolidge was born on the 4th of July.
Wow.
So every 4th of July, we have a very, very special ceremony.
With this year's milestone celebration, Jennifer Coolidge Harville says there's even more reason to reflect on her great-grandfather's legacy.
Some of the things that he accomplished were just from listening and from not acting, you know, from not passing a law or not passing a bill.
Because there's power in that, just listening.
There's power in listening, right.
That quiet confidence helped earn him the nickname Silent Cal.
He was not one for small talk, so he would use his words as, you know, distinctly. He was reticent, you know, he did not say much.
But Harville says that doesn't mean he didn't get things done.
He reduced the taxes by a huge amount, which was not something that many presidents have been able to do before or since then.
And while Coolidge was known for being quiet, his wife, Grace, often called the warmth of the White House, brought a very different energy to D.C.
She would speak out for him in moments when he was finding himself a little bit shy or solemn or couldn't figure out what to say. She would express herself, and she brought lightness and brightness to the White House.
And she also brought pets.
They had 3 white collies.
All kinds of pets.
Rebecca, the raccoon,
Was a White House pet?
she was brought to the White House. She was going to be Thanksgiving dinner. And they said, no, we're not going to eat her. And she became their pet.
Oh my goodness.
Especially Mrs. Coolidge's pet.
But the Coolidge years in the White House also included deep personal loss. In 1924, the president's 16-year-old son, Calvin Jr., died from an infection.
And of course, the president really, he blamed himself tremendously. You know, if I had not been here, if I had not been president, my little boy would probably have lived and would be here today.
President Coolidge was born in Plymouth Notch, Vermont, where Harville says her family still works to preserve that history.
It's really, really important to me because I feel that somebody should. I feel it's very, extremely important. Of course, this year will be, you know, special. It won't just be Calvin Coolidge's birthday. It'll be our 250th.